children, welcome to our YouTube channel Math with Jeeva. This is our fifth video under the topic area and perimeter. In this video, today I am going to talk about circles, area of a circle. Right. So before talking about area, let's talk about few features and terms we use when we are talking about circles. Right. First of all, children, what is this? Have you seen this before? Yes, a pair of compasses. You can have this in your mathematical instrument box. So, when you use a pair of compasses to draw a circle, look at this carefully. To draw a circle, when you use a pair of compasses, right? You draw like this. Okay, you draw like this. You know how to draw a circle using a pair of compasses. When you draw a circle using a pair of compasses, the place where you put the point is called the center of that circle. Understood? The place where you put this point, right? The place where you put this point is called the center of that circle. And the line that the pencil draws is called the circumference. Again, I repeat. So this is a pair of compasses. We use this to draw a circle. When you use a pair of compasses to draw the circle, the place where you put the point, right? It is the center of the circle. And the line that draws the pencil draws, line that the pencil draws is the circumference. And a straight line, any straight line, it can be any straight line joining the center to a point on the circumference we call the radius, right? Again I repeat. So why I tell these terms again and again? For you to understand them better before talking about area of circles, right? Straight line joining the center to a point on the circumference is called the radius. Look at this, radius, right? Any straight line across the full width of the circle which is going through the center, we call the diameter, right? Now look at this. I'll draw another circle, right? And now you know this is the center, right? From center, look at this. What is this? The straight line joining the center to any point, to a point on the circle, on the circumference. It is the radius. And what is this? This distance? Again, it is the radius. So, what is this? This distance? It is the radius, right? And any straight line across the full width of the circle, right? Through the center. So, through the center, it's like this. Through full width. Straight line across the full width of the circle through the center we call the diameter. Children, now look at this. So this is the center. I want to tell you something. From center to the circumference, distance is we call radius. And look at this side. From the center to the circumference, distance is radius. And the meantime I told you, the straight line across the full width through the center is called diameter. Now tell me the relationship between radius and diameter. Look at this. So this is the radius and this is the radius, and this full length we call the diameter. Now can you tell me a relationship between radius and diameter? Look at this. Diameter equals r plus r, that is 2r. These are the things you should know before talking about the area of a circle. I repeat, we use a pair of compasses, right? And when you use a pair of compasses to draw the circle, the place where you put the point is the center of the circle, and the line that the pencil draws is called the circumference. Any straight line joining the center to a point on the circumference we call the radius, and straight line across the full width of the circle through the center is called the diameter. According to this picture, now you understood diameter equals 2 times r, right? So these are the information you want to know before talking about area. Now let's move to the formula. Right. To find the area of a circle, formula is 5r squared. Look at this. Have you seen this formula earlier? 5r squared. What does this mean, children? 5 times r times r. R squared means r times r, right? So area equals 5 times r or 5r squared. Then you may think, what is this 5? We have not seen them. Now you know r is the radius, right? And a is the area. But what is this 5? Mathematicians, they have found the value of 5 is 22 over 7, right? Sometimes in your textbook, you may use another value for this 5, 3.142. But most of the time, we use 22 over 7 as 5 value. So, mathematicians have found this. What is the value of 5? We use 22 over 7, right? Okay. Then, let's practice a sum. Before that, what you want to know? You should have an idea. Diameter of a circle equals to 2r. Area of a circle is equal to 5r squared. What is A? It is area. What is r? It is the radius. Okay. What is D? It is the diameter. And what is the phi value? It is 22 over 7. Okay. Hope everybody understood this. So these are the terms you want to know. D equals 2 times r. Diameter equals 2 times radius. A equals 5r squared. That means area equals 5r squared. A refers to area. R refers to radius. D refers to diameter. And the value of phi, 22 over 7. Now look at this. Let's say the same example I am telling again and again. Now I have a circular shaped land, right? And I want to cover this land with grasses and want to find, before going to the grass carpet seller, I want to find the area. That means the portion I want to cover, right? So, and I measured from the center of my land, the length, this length, that is the radius, right? Let's say it is 14 meters, right? Let's say it is 14 meters. Now, I want to find the area of my land. Children, how do you find formula is A equal 5R squared, right? So how do you expand this? A equals 5 times R times R. Okay? Then A equals 22 over 7 times 14 meters, because R value is 14, radius of this land, and another 14. So can I simplify this? Yes. 7 times 1, 7 times 2. Then 2 times 22, it is 44. 44 times 14. We'll check. So what you want to do in your paper when you are doing these types of sums, right? It's better to have a working column separately. You want to do all your workings. You don't want to do your workings here and there. It is not a neat method. What you want to do, you want to use a working column separately. In that working column, you can multiply 44 times 14. We'll check it. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 4, 16 plus 1, 17. Then 4. Then right. So look at this again. 4 times 4, 16. 4 times 4, 16 plus 1, 17. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 4, 4. 6. 7 plus 4, 11. Then 4 plus 1, 5. And the remaining one is 6. 616 squared meters. This is my final answer. Right? So what is the area of this circle? They have given. What is the information they have given? Radius they have given. What is the formula we want to use? 5R squared. What is the value of 5? We use 22 over 7. Sometimes you may use another value. If it is so, in the exam, they may mention you what is the value you want to consider. So let's consider 22 over 7. And R times R, it is 14 times 14. Then I simplified this. 7 times here 1 and 7 times 2, 14. 2 times 22, 44. And 44 times 14, it is 616. Right? Hope everybody understood. Let's do another example. Right. Children, now look at this. You have a circle, but they have given like this. Okay. Now they tell, so they have measured the diameter of the circle. Let's say it is let's say 28 meters. It is 28 meters. They have given 20. What is the formula we want to use? Area equals 5R squared. Right? So 5R squared. You want to have R, but they have given here diameter. Then what we are going to do? That is what I mentioned, the relationship between diameter and the radius. You know diameter equals 2 times R. Right? Then what happened? Diameter they have given. So in your working column, separately you can have a working column. Right? So look at this. You can have a separate working column. And in the working column, you can find the R value. D equals 2 times R. That means R equal D divided by 2. Okay? Right. Then R, the D value they have given 28. You divide it by 2 and it is 14. Right? Now again the R value is 14. Right? Then what you can do, now you have found the R value, then you replace it 5R squared and find the area as we did it earlier. Right. Now, I am not rich that much to have a circular shape plan. I am poor. I have this type of plan. Now what happened? What is this, children? It is a half circle or a semicircle. I don't have that full circle. I have only this much. And in the meantime, they have mentioned from here to here, from this point to this point, right? The length is, let's say, they have given 14 meters. They have given the length is 14 meters. Now I want to find the area of this land. How can I find? So I know to find the area of a full circle, that is 5r squared. If so, to find the area of semicircle, what you are supposed to do? Tell me. You are supposed to do what, children? You want to divide it by 2. Then tell me area of this circle, the semicircle. What you want to do? 5r squared divide by 2. Whatever the value you can have for this, the full circle, you want to divide it by 2. That is 5r squared divided by 2. Shall we do it? Look at this. First of all, another thing I want to tell you for your easy reference. Here, children, you want to have for 5, 22/7. It is a fraction. Again, in this division also, you have a fraction. So, I am going to tell you an easy method to solve this. So, without writing this division, it's better to write it like this. Why? You may realize when I am doing this sum. What is the area of full circle? It is 5r squared. And to find the area of semicircle, what you want to do? You want to divide it by 2. Right? Divide it by 2. Right. Now look at this. 22/7 times. So can I take 14 as r now? No. 14 is this full length, that is the diameter. So when I have the diameter value, to get the r value, what I should do? I want to divide the diameter value by 2. Here my diameter value is 14. 14 divided by 2, my radius value is 7. Okay? Right. Then 7 times 7. You keep this within bracket because this is a separate part. And this whole thing divided by 2. Right? Okay. Now check this. 7 times 1. 7 times 1. Then 22 times 7. 22 times 7. 7 times 2, 14. 1 remaining. 7 times 2, 14. Plus that 1, 15. 154 divided by 2. Then you divide 154 by 2. 2 times 7, 14. Then it is 77 squared centimeter. Everybody understood it? Yes. First example, I had a circular shape plan. Now this time I am not reached that much. I have semicircular shape and I want to find the area of this semicircle. What I should do? I know how to find the area of the full circle. After finding the area of full circle, I want to divide it by 2 because this is exactly a half circle or a semicircle, right? And for my easy reference, how can I write it? As I use 22/7 for 5 value, it's a fraction. If I write this 5r squared over 2, there may be some calculation complications for you. For that, I use this division. I want to divide it by 2. So, we can show the division as this. 5r squared divided by 2. And also, we can show 5r squared divided by 2. Both are same. So, I use this pattern because it is easier for me to calculate because here also I have a fraction. And if I use this method, there may be some complications when I simplify, when I solve this sum. Right? Okay. Now, let's think. No, I am poor. More than this. So, poorer. Right? Now what happened? I have this type of land. Small one. Or else I sold portion. Now I have this much. Now tell me, how can I find the area of this type of thing? It is what, children? It is what? This is a quarter of a full circle, right? So this is a quarter. That means, if so, what should I do now? I know how to find the area of a full circle, and to find the area of this quarter circle, what should I do? I want to divide. A equals 5r squared divide by 4. Again, I don't use this pattern. Instead, I write it as divide by 4 because it's easier for me to calculate the sum. Right. Then for 5, I use 22 over 7. Let's say they have given this as 35 meters, this length. So this length is 35 meters. That means radius is the 35. Because let's say this is the center of the circle, right? The line joining the center to any point on the circumference, we call the radius. The distance between center and the circumference. Here also the distance between center and the circumference, it is the radius. Here also a radius. They have given this length as 35 meters. So straight away we can use 35. 35 times 35. So it's a separate thing. Then whole thing divide by 4. Right? Then you can simplify this. 7 times 1, 7 times 5. Likewise, you can simplify. You get the answer for this bracket values. Then the whole thing. So whatever the final answer you can have for this bracket. And it is divided by 4. Okay. Right. Then let's say, now what happened? I solved one by one. Earlier I had a circular shape. Then half circle. Then quarter circle. Now I'm very poor. I have, look at this type of land now. Very poor. So, and after measuring this, I understood this is, let's say, any value. It can be any angle. Let's say for an example, we don't know because we couldn't measure it. So, we name it as theta. What is that? Theta. Now, I want to find the area of this small portion. Children, can you see it is a part of a circle? That means a small portion from a full circle. Right. What we know how to find the area of full circle. It is 5r squared. And in other terms, as they are talking about theta degrees, what is the full circle? What the number of degrees covers by a full circle equals to what, children? 360 degrees covers a full circle, right? 360, we know angles at a point. Altogether they add to 360, right? Then the full circle is 360. That 360 degrees covers a full circle. An area of a full circle is 5r squared. Okay? Everybody understood? Yes. Let's say if 360 degrees covers 5r squared, 1 degree covers by 5r squared divide by 360. Everybody agree with me? The full circle is 360 degrees. And how to find the area of full circle? It is 5r square. 360 full 360 covers the full circle. The area of full circle is 5r squared. So then I can refer 360 degrees equal to 5r squared. And if it is 1 degree, 5r squared divided by 360. Okay. Here I am not poor that much. I have theta degrees, right? I have more than that, not 1 degrees. I have theta degrees. Now this is a simple calculation, children. Let's say 360 pens are, can you remember? We have done this in small ages. 360 mangoes are 3600, and one mango is 3600 divided by 360, and I want to buy 10. Then how can I do? 3600 divided by 360 multiplied by 10. Can you remember the example we have done in our early ages, right? In the primary classes. I have 300, and so in the market there are 360 mangoes. The price of 360 mangoes is 3600. Then I want to find what is the price of one mango. How can I do? I divide it by 360. Then no, I don't want to buy one mango. I want to buy 10 mangoes. Then what is the price? I multiply it by 10. Likewise, here also 360 covers 5r squared. Then 1 degree covers 5r squared divided by 360. I am not poor that much. I have theta degrees. How can I find theta degrees? It is 5r squared divide by 360 degree multiplied by whatever the theta degree value. It can be 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 36 degrees, 120 degrees, depending on the, let's say you have this type of land. So it may be, let's say, another thing. Let's say 80 degrees. Then you want to use here 90 degrees. Children, shall I show you something? Now you don't want this part. Now you know these formulas. When I draw like this, what is the number of degrees you can have? It is 90 degrees, right? Okay. So you know already this is a quarter circle. Without talking about that quarter part, if I can use this formula to this theta value, look at this. To find the area of this quarter circle, formula is anyway 5r squared divided by 360 multiplied by theta. What is the theta value here? I am going to take. It is 90. Right? Now, 90 times 1, 90 times 4, 5r squared divided by 4. Now can you understand what happened? Earlier, without knowing this thing, we did, this is a quarter circle. So we want to divide it by 4. We get the area of full circle and divide it by 4. Right? That is how we did earlier. Now we know whatever the theta value we have, what is the formula we can use? 5r squared divided by 360 multiplied by whatever the theta value we can see in that portion, right? Here in this portion we can see 90 degrees. So instead theta, I use 90 degrees. After simplifying, now you can understand 90 times 4 is 360. Automatically it became 5r squared divided by 4. Okay, so that is about area of a circle, and we talk about semicircles and quarter circles and any portion of circle having the theta degree value, and how to find the area of them. Hope everybody understood this lesson. Little bit advanced, right? If you are in lower grade, sometimes you may think, so this is very complicated for me, I couldn't understand anything. So don't worry. So what you can do, if it is your grade, it is the previous videos, 4 videos for your grades, you can refer them. And if you are from upper classes, this is what you want to do in your school, so you can refer this. If you can't understand this, again and again watch this, little bit complicated, but try to understand. When you understand the concept, the basics, you can apply that basic concepts to any figure they are giving in the exams, right? So we will meet again with perimeter and circles, circumference with the next video. Till then, see you everybody. Have a nice day. And another thing, finally, I want to tell you, you want to inform these videos
because now you have learned lot of things. Day by day we discuss a lot of things and you feel I can understand them easily. So I want to tell this to my friends too, because he or she also then get clearly get these things. So tell them too. Okay, see you children, have a nice day.